The 1 Hour English Daily
一天一小时英文情境式听力系列，多国口音，让你听得更广，听得更深入，听得更地道。别忘了订阅我们的频道，按赞、分享，并在下方留言打卡，一起互相鼓励，共同进步吧。
Where do you usually sit in a movie theater? Where do you usually sit in a movie theater?
Middle row, center seat. Perfect view. Middle row, center seat. Perfect view.
Same here. I can't stand sitting too close. Same here. I can't stand sitting too close.
My neck hurts just thinking about front row. My neck hurts just thinking about front row.
Do you care if it's IMAX or regular? Do you care if it's IMAX or regular?
Depends on the movie. Action. IMAX. Depends on the movie. Action. IMAX.
I just want good sound and no tall people in front. I just want good sound and no tall people in front.
Right? Nothing worse than a blocked view. Right? Nothing worse than a blocked view.
Do you pick evening shows or matinees? Do you pick evening shows or matinees?
Evening. Feels more like a movie night. Evening. Feels more like a movie night.
Matinees are cheaper, though. Matinees are cheaper, though.
True, but I like the full night vibe. True, but I like the full night vibe.
Ever done those recliner seats? Ever done those recliner seats?
Yes. Comfy, but I almost fell asleep. Yes. Comfy, but I almost fell asleep.
I love those, especially for long movies. I love those, especially for long movies.
Same. Just need popcorn and I'm good. Same. Just need popcorn and I'm good.
Do you ever book seats last minute? Do you ever book seats last minute?
Only when I forget there's a new release. Only when I forget there's a new release.
I always book early. I want the good spot. I always book early. I want the good spot.
Smart move. Best seats go fast. Smart move. Best seats go fast.
Do you use apps to pick your seats? Do you use apps to pick your seats?
Always. I zoom in and check the whole layout. Always. I zoom in and check the whole layout.
I hate when someone books the seat right next to mine. I hate when someone books the seat right next to mine.
Especially when the theater's almost empty. Especially when the theater's almost empty.
Do you ever go to late night showings? Do you ever go to late night showings?
Sometimes. Less crowd, more peace. Sometimes. Less crowd, more peace.
I did once. Left the theater at 2 a.m. I did once. Left the theater at 2 a.m.
That's commitment. Was it worth it? That's commitment. Was it worth it?
Totally. The movie was incredible. Totally. The movie was incredible.
Now I'm curious. What movie was it? Now I'm curious. What movie was it?
It was Interstellar. The soundtrack gave me chills. It was Interstellar. The soundtrack gave me chills.
Great pick. That one needs big sound. Great pick. That one needs big sound.
Do you ever pick the back row? Do you ever pick the back row?
Only if everything else is sold out. Only if everything else is sold out.
I sat back row once. Couldn't hear much. I sat back row once. Couldn't hear much.
Same. Felt disconnected from the screen. Same. Felt disconnected from the screen.
Do you ever go alone to the movies? Do you ever go alone to the movies?
Yeah, it's kind of peaceful sometimes. Yeah, it's kind of peaceful sometimes.
I should try that sometime. Sounds chill. I should try that sometime. Sounds chill.
You'll love it. Pick your seat, your time, your snack. You'll love it. Pick your seat, your time, your snack.
Do you usually buy movie tickets online? Do you usually buy movie tickets online?
Yeah, it's faster and I don't have to wait in line. Yeah, it's faster and I don't have to wait in line.
Same. I like picking my seat ahead of time. Same. I like picking my seat ahead of time.
It's way less stressful than showing up last minute. It's way less stressful than showing up last minute.
Ever had issues with ticket apps crashing? Ever had issues with ticket apps crashing?
Once, right before a Marvel premiere. Total panic. Once, right before a Marvel premiere. Total panic.
Yikes. Did you still get in? Yikes. Did you still get in?
Barely. Had to beg the box office lady. Barely. Had to beg the box office lady.
That's why I print backup tickets sometimes. That's why I print backup tickets sometimes.
Smart. I usually just screenshot mine. Smart. I usually just screenshot mine.
Do you ever buy at the theater? Do you ever buy at the theater?
Only if it's super last minute or spontaneous. Only if it's super last minute or spontaneous.
Same. But sometimes it's kind of fun to decide last second. Same. But sometimes it's kind of fun to decide last second.
True. Feels more adventurous. True. Feels more adventurous.
Ever waited in a crazy long line before? Ever waited in a crazy long line before?
Yeah, for Avengers. Took almost an hour. Yeah, for Avengers. Took almost an hour.
That's rough. I'd just walk away. That's rough. I'd just walk away.
I almost did, but FOMO kicked in. I almost did, but FOMO kicked in.
I love the convenience of online booking. I love the convenience of online booking.
Same here. Just a few taps and done. Same here. Just a few taps and done.
Do you trust third-party ticket apps? Do you trust third-party ticket apps?
Not really. I stick to official ones. Not really. I stick to official ones.
Same. I've heard too many horror stories. Same. I've heard too many horror stories.
Like people paying and never getting tickets. Like people paying and never getting tickets.
Have you used a kiosk at the theater? Have you used a kiosk at the theater?
Yeah, it's pretty easy and quick. Yeah, it's pretty easy and quick.
I like that option when I forget to buy ahead. I like that option when I forget to buy ahead.
Same here. No need to wait at the counter. Same here. No need to wait at the counter.
What bugs me is those service fees online. What bugs me is those service fees online.
I know, they sneak up on you at checkout. I know, they sneak up on you at checkout.
Have you ever gotten double charged online? Have you ever gotten double charged online?
Once. Took days to get a refund. Once. Took days to get a refund.
That's rough. I'd be so annoyed. That's rough. I'd be so annoyed.
I almost gave up buying online after that. I almost gave up buying online after that.
Do you think theaters will go fully digital soon? Do you think theaters will go fully digital soon?
Probably. Everyone's glued to their phones anyway. Probably. Everyone's glued to their phones anyway.
I just hope they keep some human help around. I just hope they keep some human help around.
Same. Not everything should be a screen. Same. Not everything should be a screen.
Either way, I just want to get my ticket smoothly. Either way, I just want to get my ticket smoothly.
And get the snacks before the trailers start. And get the snacks before the trailers start.
Have you ever messed up buying tickets? Have you ever messed up buying tickets?
Oh yeah, I've definitely had a few fails. Oh yeah, I've definitely had a few fails.
What happened? What happened?
I once booked the wrong date completely. I once booked the wrong date completely.
Oh no. Did you still go? Oh no. Did you still go?
Nope. Had to buy new tickets the next day. Nope. Had to buy new tickets the next day.
That hurts. I once showed up at the wrong theater. That hurts. I once showed up at the wrong theater.
That's even worse. That's even worse.
I walked in like I owned the place. I walked in like I owned the place.
And the staff was just confused. And the staff was just confused.
Yep. Turns out I was across town. Yep. Turns out I was across town.
That's rough. I'd probably just give up. That's rough. I'd probably just give up.
Ever bought tickets to the wrong movie? Ever bought tickets to the wrong movie?
Yep, and I didn't notice until the opening scene. Yep, and I didn't notice until the opening scene.
What did you end up watching? What did you end up watching?
A cartoon. I meant to see a thriller. A cartoon. I meant to see a thriller.
That's hilarious. Did you stay or leave? That's hilarious. Did you stay or leave?
I stayed. It was actually kind of cute. I stayed. It was actually kind of cute.
I love that. Happy accident. I love that. Happy accident.
Exactly. One of my funnier movie nights. Exactly. One of my funnier movie nights.
I once dropped my ticket down a storm drain. I once dropped my ticket down a storm drain.
No way. What did you do? No way. What did you do?
I begged the staff to check the system. I begged the staff to check the system.
Did they let you in? Did they let you in?
Luckily, yes. But I was soaking wet. Luckily, yes. But I was soaking wet.
Totally worth it though. Totally worth it though.
I once waited in line for the wrong movie. I once waited in line for the wrong movie.
How'd you find out? How'd you find out?
The poster looked totally different. The poster looked totally different.
That's one way to figure it out. That's one way to figure it out.
I've also scanned the wrong QR code once. I've also scanned the wrong QR code once.
Classic. Did it even work? Classic. Did it even work?
Nope. It took me to a popcorn survey. Nope. It took me to a popcorn survey.
That's amazing. You earned a coupon, at least. That's amazing. You earned a coupon, at least.
I once went into the wrong screening room. I once went into the wrong screening room.
Let me guess, you realized halfway through. Let me guess, you realized halfway through.
Yep. I thought the movie had a weird start. Yep. I thought the movie had a weird start.
You're not alone. I've done that too. You're not alone. I've done that too.
At least we make good stories out of it. At least we make good stories out of it.
Totally. Mess-ups make the best memories. Totally. Mess-ups make the best memories.
Do you ever look for discount tickets online? Do you ever look for discount tickets online?
All the time. I love saving money on fun stuff. All the time. I love saving money on fun stuff.
What sites do you usually use? What sites do you usually use?
I check Groupon and Today Ticks a lot. I check Groupon and Today Ticks a lot.
Ever find anything for concerts? Ever find anything for concerts?
Sometimes. It depends on the artist. Sometimes. It depends on the artist.
I once got half-price tickets to a comedy show. I once got half-price tickets to a comedy show.
That's a win. Which one? That's a win. Which one?
It was at a local club downtown. Super fun night. It was at a local club downtown. Super fun night.
Local spots always have great deals. Local spots always have great deals.
You sign up for event newsletters? You sign up for event newsletters?
Only for stuff I really care about. Only for stuff I really care about.
I usually send promo codes too. I usually send promo codes too.
I've used a few to get early access. I've used a few to get early access.
Ever use student discounts? Ever use student discounts?
I did when I was still in college. I did when I was still in college.
I still have my ID just for that. I still have my ID just for that.
That's smart. Milk it while you can. That's smart. Milk it while you can.
Do you follow venues on social media? Do you follow venues on social media?
Yeah, they post flash sales sometimes. Yeah, they post flash sales sometimes.
Do you use any travel apps for deals? Do you use any travel apps for deals?
Yeah, apps like Hopper and Skyscanner help a lot. Yeah, apps like Hopper and Skyscanner help a lot.
I mostly check for weekend getaways. I mostly check for weekend getaways.
Same. Quick escapes with low prices. Same. Quick escapes with low prices.
Have you tried booking through member sites? Have you tried booking through member sites?
You mean like AAA or AARP? You mean like AAA or AARP?
Yeah, or company employee perks. Yeah, or company employee perks.
Ooh, I forgot my work has that. Ooh, I forgot my work has that.
Some of those offer theme park discounts too. Some of those offer theme park discounts too.
That's awesome. I'm planning a trip this summer. That's awesome. I'm planning a trip this summer.
Try checking the park's website first. Try checking the park's website first.
They sometimes have online-only offers. They sometimes have online-only offers.
Have you ever used coupon sites like Retail Me Not? Have you ever used coupon sites like Retail Me Not?
Once. Saved $10 on a museum ticket. Once. Saved $10 on a museum ticket.
Not bad. Every bit counts. Not bad. Every bit counts.
Exactly. It adds up fast if you go often. Exactly. It adds up fast if you go often.
Do you ever split ticket packages with friends? Do you ever split ticket packages with friends?
Yeah, like group passes or family deals. Yeah, like group passes or family deals.
Let's look for a deal next time we go out. Let's look for a deal next time we go out.
Deal. I'm all about saving while having fun. Deal. I'm all about saving while having fun.
Have you ever tried getting tickets the second they drop? Have you ever tried getting tickets the second they drop?
Yep, it's like a race against the whole country. Yep, it's like a race against the whole country.
I once had 4 devices open and still didn't get in. I once had 4 devices open and still didn't get in.
In there. The stress is unreal. In there. The stress is unreal.
Did you ever score front row seats? Did you ever score front row seats?
Only once, and it felt like I won the lottery. Only once, and it felt like I won the lottery.
How early do you log on before the sale starts? How early do you log on before the sale starts?
At least 15 minutes. I'm not taking chances. At least 15 minutes. I'm not taking chances.
Do you use pre-sale codes? Do you use pre-sale codes?
Always. It's the only way to stand a chance. Always. It's the only way to stand a chance.
I missed a code once and it sold out instantly. I missed a code once and it sold out instantly.
Same here. 1 second too slow and it's gone. Same here. 1 second too slow and it's gone.
Have you tried verified fan registration? Have you tried verified fan registration?
Yeah, for big tours like Taylor Swift. Yeah, for big tours like Taylor Swift.
It helps, but still feels like a lottery. It helps, but still feels like a lottery.
I know. It's brutal out there. I know. It's brutal out there.
I once got tickets by refreshing nonstop. I once got tickets by refreshing nonstop.
That takes serious commitment. That takes serious commitment.
Worth it though. That concert was insane. Worth it though. That concert was insane.
Totally. Memories for life. Totally. Memories for life.
Have you ever used a ticket bot? Have you ever used a ticket bot?
No way. I'm not risking getting banned. No way. I'm not risking getting banned.
I know someone who did and lost their account. I know someone who did and lost their account.
Yikes. Not worth it for a seat. Yikes. Not worth it for a seat.
Do you usually go with friends or solo? Do you usually go with friends or solo?
Friends. It's way more fun to sing together. Friends. It's way more fun to sing together.
Same. We plan who's buying and split the cost. Same. We plan who's buying and split the cost.
Smart move. Less stress that way. Smart move. Less stress that way.
Have you ever scored resale tickets? Have you ever scored resale tickets?
Yeah, but they cost me twice as much. Yeah, but they cost me twice as much.
That's the worst. But FOMO always wins. That's the worst. But FOMO always wins.
Exactly. Regret feels worse than overspending. Exactly. Regret feels worse than overspending.
Did you ever win any ticket lotteries? Did you ever win any ticket lotteries?
Once. I got into a sold-out playoff game. Once. I got into a sold-out playoff game.
That's amazing. I've never won anything. That's amazing. I've never won anything.
You'll get lucky one day. You'll get lucky one day.
What's the most you've paid for a ticket? What's the most you've paid for a ticket?
Don't ask. I still feel guilty. Don't ask. I still feel guilty.
Worth it if the show's unforgettable. Worth it if the show's unforgettable.
Totally. No regrets, just memories. Totally. No regrets, just memories.
如果这部影片有帮助到您，欢迎按赞、分享、订阅、留言，来帮助更多的人。最后记得开启小铃铛，让我们一起共同学习与成长吧。